Hey guys, it is once again Friday and I'm being punished. Jordan, come on, man. You're gonna have another dual punishment, man. Today, you guys are probably here to hear about like embarrassing stories. I'm gonna go back to high school. This is when this story is gonna happen. Had a girlfriend back in high school, as you do, as I did. I was not single last half of senior year. First half I was. So the prom was coming up and I wanted to do something really awesome to ask my girlfriend out to prom because she was awesome. So I devised this brilliant scheme. I was going to fake an announcement about a play that was going to be put on later, like around the time of prom. I don't know why I thought of it the way I did, but I did. So I found a picture of a masquerade, because prom was supposed to be a masquerade ball. So I found a picture of a masquerade, and the play is called Masquerade, and I had devised this whole spiel for the English class I was going into, because I was going to ask my girlfriend to prom in front of everybody. So I talked to my teacher. I'm like, hey, I got this plan. I'm just gonna come into class and I'm gonna pretend to talk about this play, and relate it to the class, like literary stuff, just meaningless stuff that I was just gonna ad lib. And then at the end, I was going to ask her out to prom, and my teacher was like, yeah, totally, you can come in and do that. And it was like, okay, and somebody else is, and also somebody's going to record it. I guess I can't show the videos. So my teacher said yes, and she's like, oh, so you have the period free, right? I'm like, yeah, I have the period free. I didn't have the period free. I asked permission, got everything cleared up, got people to help me to tape it. The day came. I was so unbelievably nervous. I was going to be talking in front of people and making stuff up as I went along. I walked into class. I'm like, today I'm going to announce a play. This is what it is. It's called Masquerade. I figured it was fitting since prom was coming up. You guys can get a chance to check it out and take a look at it. It's a really good play. And then I proceeded to talk about a whole bunch of meaningless English stuff, like how characters were developed in the plot. And oh my gosh, the plot is awesome. It's like Romeo and Juliet. I was making things up as I went along, and it was just great. I got about to the end of my presentation, and I decided at that point, I was like, yeah, you know, I think I've described it enough. I think now would be an excellent time to demonstrate for you. Shay's was my girlfriend. That's her name. I probably should have mentioned that. She was terrified. I could see the look on her face, and she had no idea what was going on. And so it's like, yeah. So I figured I've explained enough. I think I'm gonna demonstrate. I need a volunteer from the class, and I was like, oh, Shay, can you come up and help me out? Mortified. Absolutely mortified. Steps up, walks up to the middle of the class. I let it loose. I just talked about everything that I liked about her, everything that I loved about her, everything that we kind of did together, memories that we've had, and I brought it back. I was like, oh man, I don't know. Because the beginning scene I had made up in my head was I was going to ask her out to prom. It wasn't supposed to be very imaginative, but I did it. And so I went through the beginning of the scene that I made up in my mind. It was like, oh, she's so awesome. I don't know. Is she going to say yes? I don't know, man. I got to ask. And then I walk up to her and I'm like, hey, so you're going to the masquerade ball, right? And she's like, yes. Absolutely terrified, doesn't know what's going on, though I'm pretty sure at this point she had a good idea. And I was like, oh, that's cool, awesome, I'll see you later. I walked away, and then I turned around and like, no, that's not what I was going to ask at all. I walked back up to her, and I was like, Shay, will you do me the immeasurable pleasure of going to prom with me? The biggest grin came on her face, and she's like, yes. And then since we were in class, I couldn't really make out with her, so we hugged. And she tore me to pieces later. Funny stories. Not really an embarrassing story. This was on the fly. I had actually planned on doing this, and then Grant, you told me no video. I just decided to share this anyway. Not really much of an embarrassing story, but still. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Grant, I'm leaving it up to you to give Jordan his second punishment. And Jordan, good luck. You're going to need every ounce of it. I'll see you on Monday, Grant, and I'll see you on Wednesday, Jordan. Stay fantastic.